5 Rabada, and Rabada's there about a length off early on. Intergalactic, Humidor, Malak Al Maluk, Roy's winter patches around them. Not much speed in the initial stages. Rabada, black sleeves and cap, looking to settle into his rhythm 3 lengths off. Towards the inside, Bezanova takes a bit of a hold. No worries around them. Bezanova just ran off the fence for a stride or 2. Further back in the running, we're going to find Way of Light, and he spots them about 7 lengths start. Son of Silver just ahead of him. Roy's winter patch at a pedestrian pace by a length and a quarter. Malak Al Maluk's on the right hand side. Humidor's in a perfect striking position. Rabada has the shadow roll on the outside. He's got the weight on his shoulders. Towards the inside, Intergalactic, the best weighted, spots them 4 lengths start. No worries, Bezanova. They're about to spin for home in the KZN Breeders' Million Miles. Son of Silver, just like magic. Way of Light, 8 to make up. Top of the lane, Roy's winter patch at the 600. Malak Al Maluk, looming large as the favourite. Rabada, black sleeves and cap. He makes his presence felt at the 400. Here comes Rabada, no worries, and Malak Al Maluk. Rabada hit the front at the 300 metre marker. A confident ride at this stage, Rabada. Towards the inside, Humidor, Malak Al Maluk. Rabada's now flat to the boards and the warning signs come up. No worries has got Rabada. Rabada's ship has sunk and it's no worries to win. Rabada flat out second, Malak Al Maluk and Humidor. The wait has stopped Rabada. He does it again, no worries, the son of Kahal. He's come bounding through to win it. Rabada's run his heart out in second, 300 to go. He had his eyes on the prize, but no worries. We had a chat to Gareth Van Zyl during the week. He was hopeful of another win in the Million Mile, and they do it by a length in 3 parts. Rabada, got to give him his due. He ran an absolute cracker, but the 59.5 just told that last 100 metres. Malak Al Maluk, and then came Humidor. Bezanova, Intergalactic, and Son of Silver. All eyes were on number 2, Rabada. He takes his place in under a week's time in the Vodacom Durban July. Anton was just trying to keep him together at the 200, but no worries, just powers on home for Brian Bernard. Another one for Summerhill Stud, and he sweeps them aside. This is his 6th career victory. No worries, wins it. Rabada staying on in the closing stages, second, but focus on number 3, and you got no worries. Back to the studio.
We've just seen the running of the Million Mile, the KwaZulu-Natal Breeders' Million Mile, and we're going to do a few interviews, then we're going to break and come back for the winning presentation. And first up, let's have the winning jockey, Warren Kennedy. Warren, what a fantastic performance from this horse. He's now won this race twice, and he's just a gutsy, courageous, and talented horse on his day.
He's the darling of the stable. It's been well documented. Everyone in the stable loves him. He's Uncle Brian's favourite. And, the race came up for the mile, and Gareth and I spoke about it. Says, let's take our chances. Worth R1 million. He's in for next week, and we'll see what happens. And today I wanted to place him, but he didn't have the gate speed, and I was able to tuck him in behind Rabada, the horse I thought to beat, and I followed him through. Once I moved up to 300 out, I hadn't put a stick in his horse, so I knew there was a lot left in the tank, and he won with authority.
Well, he's certainly did just that, and a wonderful win and a wonderful ride as well, Warren.
Thanks, Deez. It's very much appreciated to the whole Van Zyl stable. They've taken me in. They give me opportunities. I'm glad I can produce them. To Uncle Brian, thanks for letting me stay on this horse and producing the goods in him. I'm extremely ecstatic about this, Deez.
Well, we'll join you shortly for the winning presentation.
Thank you.
Well done. Let's get the winning trainer, and that is Gareth Van Zyl. Of course, he's assistant to his dad, but he's the gentleman that takes care of all Brian Bernard's horses. Fantastic that you guys thought about this and given him another crack at this race, and it proved spot on.
Yeah, Deez, thank you so much. The horse has spoken to us, and we can only work with the horse that we got. And, with Uncle Brian allowing me the rein to make the decisions I feel right, it just makes it possible. So it's Uncle Brian, for giving me the trust. It's paid off, and it'll continue to pay off. We've got good horses. We're on to a good thing. My dad's set me up in a position which I'll forever be grateful for. Thank you.
This 6-year-old, we have to play compliments to you as well, Garrett. You had to have him spot on, taking on this quality of field, and you've done a sterling job.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Dees. Thank you very much. And I must also continue to thank Warren. You know, he stepped in and played a big role with the horses at the yard. This horse in particular, he's helped him turn the corner. Well done to Warren. Jessica's here. You know, she's worked over and beyond what the call of her paycheck has been. And to you, Jess, thank you. To the grooms. Oh, no, it's just wonderful. To Mickey Goss, I wish he could be here to enjoy this with us. You know, as he said before, I always won at Scottsville. You know, we spoke and I told him how well the horse was doing, and, you know, to Mr. Goss, get better, and this is also for you.
Well, you're really holding your own as a young man, Garrett. Keep up the great work.
Thank you, Dees.
Well done, Garrett van Zyl. Let's get owner Brian Bernard in, and Brian, a big supporter of South African racing. These colors need no introduction to the sport, and Brian, for this horse to win this race twice for yourself and your family, it must be special.
Oh yes, absolutely, Dees. This is the family special horse. He's a horse that I bought at the very first sale, and he's been a soldier for us. He can't run a bad race. I think his heart is bigger than this building, and I must say, very well done to Gareth. He chose this race for him, and we were a bit skeptical, but the way he's come back in his last few races, we knew he'd be right there. And also to Warren, very well done. He looks like he's gelled with the horse, and that was an excellent ride from him. And also to Jessica and everybody at home, you see how she's crying. They all love this horse. Thank you very much.
Well, he's been an absolute soldier for you, Brian. To yourself, Yolanda, and the family, enjoy the moment. Long celebrations throughout the evening, I'm sure. Well done to the Bernard family.
Thanks, Dees. And also, before I forget, I must say well done to Mickey Goss. I know he'll be over the moon with this win. He calls him the old soldier.
Well played, yeah.
Thank you.
Fantastic. That is the team, the winning team. We'll break and be back shortly for the winning presentation. Welcome back for the winning presentation of the 2016 running of the KwaZulu-Natal Breeders' Million Mile. And joining us in the winners' enclosure, we have Mr. Greg Petzer, who is Director of Gold Circle. Also here is Mr. Lee Scribanti, the Chairman of the KZN Breeders, and as well as Mr. Robin Scott, who will assist in the winning presentation. But before we get to that presentation, Chairman of the KZN Breeders, Mr. Lee Scribanti, to say a few words.
Thanks for that, Dees. Mr. Petzer, Greyville, Gold Circle, on behalf of the Natal Breeders, we thank you very much for hosting this day on behalf of all the Natal Breeders. To all the trainers and buyers out there, I must thank you for your past support and obviously the support you are going to give us, because as we know, this particular sale has produced a lot of very, very good bargain horses. And for the breeders especially, the quality of horses this particular year, as far as I'm concerned, is the best that I've experienced in the last 10 years. For this, I must thank you, as you've all really upped your game. The public. I thank the public for coming. Without the public, as you all know, we don't have any racing. I must thank what I call my girls. We have Candice, Lorraine, and Smiler. Without these, this event, believe you me, does not happen. Girls, thank you very much. I must congratulate the winner, and especially my mate, Mr. It's the first time I call him Mr. Bernard. And I am thrilled that this money as such, which I have here, is staying in KZN. Again, I thank you all for your support, and thank you very much.
Thank you to the chairman of the KZN Breeders, Mr. Lee Scribante. Now to the winning connections and that important presentation. First up, let's have the winning jockey, Warren Kennedy. The winning stable is the stable of Gavin van Zyl, and Garrett van Zyl takes care of all Brian's horses. He's tasked with the Bernard horses in the yard. Well done to Gavin van Zyl and Garrett van Zyl. The winning breeders, and these breeders year in and year out, they produce the goods. None other than Summerhill Stud. Then a gentleman that's just been good for the game. Wherever he places his horses throughout the country, he's got a big string of horses. His name is Brian Bernard, the winning owner. Well done to the Bernard family. Brian Bernard, the winning owner of No Worries. You heard it from everybody concerned. It was a team effort getting this horse here this afternoon to win in the manner that he did. And a gentleman that's firmly part of that team is his groom, Buyusile, who's done an outstanding job taking care of the 6-year-old son of Kahal. Well done to the winning groom, Buyusile. A big thank you to Mr. Greg Petzer, Director of Gold Circle, Mr. Lee Scribante, Chairman of the KZN Breeders, and we also had Mr. Robin Scott from the Scott Brothers assisting us with the winning presentation. The 2016 running of the KwaZulu-Natal Breeders Million Mile belongs to number 3, No Worries.